you just think, oh, no, I don't want to. I don't want to see them.
Stepped outside of the van, took 2 paces away from it and had a pee.
So if you want to go quicker, you have to go slower. I'm driving and it's raining, so I'm not going to get out and show you. If you want to see it, you'll have to come yourself. Unless it's the people that are for sale. There goes my clutch. Sorry, clutch. It's the morning after my motorbike injuries. I think I've broken a couple of ribs and my hip's hurting quite a lot, but I'll fix. What I did, I knew it was going to get worse as the day went on. So as soon as we'd got finished up, I jumped in the van and drove here to the westernmost point of mainland Europe and found myself in this rural area where there's loads of places to park up on the cliffs, and got myself in a position where I'm going to have a beautiful view in the morning of the sea. Anyway, last night someone turned up in a hire camper van and they decided that that was going to be my view this morning, and they've got the view that I wanted. Now, they could have parked anywhere along there, but they wanted me to be looking at them while I have my cup of coffee this morning. There's like tons and tons of places to park. I can't understand the mentality of that. I can't. I've tried. I've deliberated about it this morning, thinking, well, maybe, no, I can't get beyond. Why would you do that? They've also blocked this road, which is an access road.
Kind of thought when I woke up this morning that van probably was not being so inconsiderate and they were just going to move early in the morning. But no, they had a lie in and just now stepped outside of the van, took 2 paces away from it and had a pee. If everyone does that, very soon that lovely camping area is going to stink of pee. I was thinking about it. Is it etiquette? It's not etiquette. Etiquette is something that, you know, can be taught, that we need to learn. It's something that's comes from tradition, brought down and whatever. It's common decency. It's not, it's just common decency. You don't have to be taught that. Anyway, that's it for the rant. Sorry. Oh, my ribs. Oh, anyway, I feel better for sharing, thanks. Oh, pain. Okay, let's look where we're going. Oh, wow, what a fabulous way to start the day. Isn't it? I wonder where that plane's going, my friend Trevor would say. And then he'd get his app out on the phone and say, oh, it's going to so-and-so. The Atlantic Ocean.
So there's the view I should have had this morning without the puddles of pee that they left behind. I'm done now, I promise. That's it, no more. So in other news, I've been in touch with a couple of friends this morning who have experienced broken ribs, and they've put my mind at ease that it's I probably haven't broken my ribs. I'm such a wuss. Oh, that does hurt, I've got to say. But it's more than likely, I think, that I've either bruised or at the worst fractured the ribs. So I just need to man up. So hopefully my recovery will be a lot quicker and I'll be able to get back out on the bike again, because at the moment I can't, not with the pain that I'm in. So I had a quick drive up to the viewpoint at Cabo de Roca, listened to the guitarist, looked over the edge, quick look at the lighthouse, and I was on my way. Before long I found myself at this place. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I'm just going to have a look around. I don't know if I'm going to stay here. It's like a surfing area. It's a bit odd, actually. It's got everything. It's got all the supermarkets and fast food and a little bit of the old traditional stuff. Lots of graffiti. I wouldn't mind going for a swim right now, to be fair. Yeah, the location is beautiful, but the town itself, because there's all this new buildings and whatever you can see behind me, kind of seems a bit soulless. Would have been that long ago when all this area would have been like this. Good morning, folks. My ribs are feeling still very painful, but I can certainly move a bit more and I can just about manage a cough, so that's good. I wonder if it's me, because someone's parked here this morning and as you can see I can't get past, or it's going to be difficult for me to get past, but the problem is I'm like tucked into one side, so I can't reverse any further, really, hardly, to get any angle on it. And they could have parked on my back corner, no problem,
and I could have just driven away. Anyway, so what I'm going to do this morning is a job that really needs to be sorting out. It could be easy, it could be difficult, we don't know yet. And that is my reversing camera's stopped sending a signal, it just says no signal. So we're going to try and figure out that problem, because I'm a good reverser, but I do need a camera to be able to get, you know, like a few millimeters away from what objects behind me. See that? No signal. So the wire for it runs behind here, which was loose, so that was handy. I've got this little testing thing. I don't really know how I use it, but I'll give it a try. You'd assume that were an earth, wouldn't you?
So, well, this amazing park up. It's provided by the bar there. It's completely free of charge.
It's so peaceful and lovely, and the beach is literally just there.
And what a beautiful beach it is. It's been here 2 days, just recovering from my injuries. Starting to feel like I can move a little bit. I can cough without crying, which is good. So I'm going to move on today. I've got a little problem, and that is my reversing camera stopped working. I've just dismantled the wiring there, and it's got coaxial cable, and when I've looked, I don't know if you can see there, but there's like the whole peg has disintegrated and disappeared. So as you can see, building a china shop, I've chopped that off. I can't think what else I can do, and I'm just in the process of soldering those wires together, and then hopefully that'll be okay. It does worry me when stuff like that happens, because I wonder why what's caused it to corrode like that.
Is it just an age thing?
It's like me. I'm just corroding. So let's see how we get on with it. So as usual, it's never straightforward, is it? There's 4 wires in this coaxial cable. I've cut both ends and I'm just joining them together. But one end has got a green wire, black, red and yellow. The other one's got a white wire, black, red and yellow. So I'm assuming the white and the green have to be connected together. Let's find out. I would be super confident if it weren't for the wire colour discrepancy. No signal.
It's a moody morning this morning. We're about an hour out of Porto, where I almost went to yesterday, just close enough to visit a particular Indian restaurant, which was fabulous. It didn't disappoint, I have to say. I'm actually going to include it in the comments, and if you're in the area, I would strongly recommend, if you like curry, to go there. So anyway, I've just realised that my 90 days entitlement to stay in Europe is looming, basically. I've got about 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks left. If you don't know how it works, now that we've done Brexit and we're no longer part of the EU, we're entitled to 90 days in the past 180 days, and it's rolling, so it's always from today, whatever today is, the last 180 days, you're allowed 90 days. Which is a bit tricky when you live in the UK, because we're surrounded by all of this EU. Now, there's a thing called the Schengen. I've probably pronounced it wrong. The Schengen is an agreement that was done many, many years ago. It's independent to the EU, and there are countries that are members of the European Union that are in the Schengen, and there's also a few countries that aren't. So it's kind of important that we all know about this Schengen thing, because we should be pushing the UK government to join this Schengen. They never did do, but it didn't really matter, because when we were members of the European Union, it meant that we could travel freely within the European Union. But the Schengen is purely about being able to travel without borders, basically, in the countries that are members of the Schengen. So it's nothing to do with controlling your laws, it's nothing to do with trade laws, fishing rights or anything like that. Nothing at all to do with anything, any of all those many reasons that people had for not wanting to be a part of the European Union anymore. The only thing it covers is the freedom of movement. So there's no reason that I know of anyway, maybe you could educate me in the comments, but there's no reason that I know of why the UK cannot join the Schengen, and then we're not limited by this 90-day freedom of movement thing. So that's my long rant. I hope I explained it all right. I probably didn't. I'm just going to head off now. I'm going to start going north. I think that I'd love to stay longer. I'm absolutely loving Portugal. I mean, I'm really loving Portugal. The Portuguese people are so lovely, so friendly, and
At first it just felt a little bit, because I came into the Algarve where it were really busy and I felt hustle and bustle and what have you, but then since then I'm feeling so kind of at peace here. It's cooled down as well, which makes me feel more at peace. And there's so much of Spain. I'm going to go through a little bit of Spain, of course. I'm not sure exactly of the route yet, but I'm just going to start heading in that direction. We'll see how things pan out. I don't know if I'm going to spend more time around the Pyrenees, more time in France. I really don't know, because if I like somewhere, then I end up staying longer. And if I don't like it, then I don't. I mean, this is lovely. This little moody church up in the hills with the mist and stuff. I'd love to stay here. There's tons of walks and trails around here that I could ride, although my ribs are very, very sore. I'm not sure I'd be safe to ride at the moment. There's a lot of talking, so let's get going.
Leaving Portugal at sunrise, camper van on the road, memories packed in this humble four-wheeled abode. The echo of the cobblestones, the warmth of friendly smiles. I'll miss these winding roads, stretching out for miles.
Right, this is the speed control things. Velocidad controller. So if I'm going over 50 kilometers an hour, then these lights coming up will turn red until they're happy that I'm going well below 50. Or quite often they'll make you stop completely. What a brilliant system. It's the best system I've seen in any country so far. So if you want to go quicker, you have to go slower. So these little villages are definitely more my cup of tea. I'm not into these cities at all. I've done my fair share of city breaks in my time. To me, a city break, you know, you don't want a vehicle. You want to be in a hotel in the city and use public transport. Those electric scooters are fabulous, but I just can't. Yeah, it's not for me. In Portugal, there's a huge difference in fuel prices from one petrol station to another. They might be next door to each other. They might be the same branding. There's an app which you really need to be using, because it can make a massive difference, like 20 cents or more per litre difference. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it for such a gap in prices. Strangely though, there's still people at the expensive ones. I'm just loving this. I love it. I'm up in the mountains. It's like a big drop to the side there. I can't show you because I'm driving and it's raining, so I'm not going to get out and show you. If you want to see it, you'll have to come yourself. I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing on a day like this. Going for an adventure in my van. So this looks like a great place to stop for a cup of tea. I'll tell you what I want to tell you as well. Portugal's adopted the American thing where when there's a for sale sign, there's a picture of whoever's selling the property, which I think is really funny. So it says for sale, and then there's like someone stood there like a superhero, like, yeah, I'm going to sell you it. I don't understand that. I don't. You might have seen a property that you really like and you're thinking, oh, I'll have a bit of that. Let's go have a look at it. And then there's a picture, and you know, we all have like preconceived ideas of personalities based on probably our past experiences on how people look. And so there might be somebody on a picture on a for sale board looking like a superhero, and you just don't get on with the way they look. You know, you just think, oh no, I don't want to. I don't want to see them. It's better if it's a surprise. If you turn up to see the property and it's a shock to you, then, you know, what can you do? You're just going to go with it, aren't you? So I think personally, if it were me, Portugal, I wouldn't be putting pictures of people on for sale boards, unless it's the people that are for sale. I'm assuming it's the property that's for sale. So it's my last night in Portugal. I decided I needed to make it like a bit special, a bit memorable. So we're doing this ridiculous mountain trail to get to a peak where chances are I won't be able to see anything because of the thick fog or cloud, I don't know what it is.
Your destination is on the right.
It's a great view. Well, there's always the morning. We'll see what the morning's like. I probably used about half a tank of fuel in the last 10 minutes getting up here. Anyway, I do find the harder things are, the more effort I have to put into something to get the result. The result is usually infinitely better
then just a slightly little bit less effort. So now I've said that, I've tempted fate. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. Have some faith. Good morning. It's my last morning in Portugal, and I'm quite sad about that. It's just, you know, when sometimes you do something and at first you're not sure how you're feeling about it or whatever, or you don't particularly feel anything about it even. And then as time goes by, it's kind of like when it comes to the end of whatever it is you might be doing, and nostalgia kicks in and you start to think, oh, I'm really loving this. It's been really special. Because obviously for me, doing this, there's a difference happening every time I do something like this. So I go into a different country and there's different people with different attitudes that smile at different times or not at all, and all that kind of stuff going on. And so there's an adjustment period for me, I find, when I go into another country. And Portugal, yeah, it's like I feel like I've kind of adjusted as I've got to the end. So, luckily I've been coming back. I mean, I remember back in the day actually when I used to do, like, you know, do your flight holidays where you'd go for a week or two, and it'd kind of be like if I went for a week I'd come away wishing I was staying longer, and if I went for 2 weeks I'd come away wishing I'd not stayed so long. I think I'd rather come away wanting more than come away thinking could have done without that. Yesterday I've made a special effort on for my last night to come up into the mountains for a beautiful morning view. I've seen pictures online of the view from up here, so you can see quite a lot of the surrounding Portugal. I thought, yeah, let's do that, let's do it. So I have. Handbrake. That would have been, can you imagine? And this is the result. So it's a complete whiteout thanks to the clouds. So there's, just imagine there's like rainbows, unicorns and stuff like that over there. Rolling hills, mountains, snow-capped mountains probably, lakes I should imagine that are like turquoise blue, and yeah, I mean, it's up to you, isn't it, really, what you decide you're looking at here. So make the most. Let me know in the comments what you think we're looking at. Keep it clean. I'm still glad I made it up here because it's going to be memorable for this very reason, you know. It's it'd have just been another sunny mountain top, wouldn't it, otherwise? It's not raining, but it's spitting. So Portugal, thank you very much. Thank you, Portuguese people, for your hospitality. I've had so much fun. I'm bruised. It's been wonderful, really has been lovely. And it's time to say goodbye and cross into Spain. Right, so we're going to go see if we can find some kings. We're not going to see any kings. Doing an audio tour.
Sople, caballero.
Hello?
Sí.